On everything you getting treated how you treat yourself. Respect I get is up to me and nobody else. Talking down on yourself really bad for your health. Create this wealth, make this music that's meant to be felt. Hello, welcome to Universal Love Law. I'm taking a ride right now, so I wanted to make a quick video for these people today regarding not having no sympathy for people, because that's something we need to grow out of. Like, sympathy is something we utilize in a time, and it's a time and a place for it, but it also could be something that we use and that'll have us in a situation where we're getting hurt, abused, used, all kind of shit, right? So sympathy sometimes can blind you from true reality. I'm just here to validate that it's very, very clear to know. When it comes to people who have sympathetic mindset, they lack the logic necessary to make decisions that are for the greater good in respect to all parties involved. Whereas a motherfucker that's assertive, that don't play the sympathy card shit unless it's necessary, right? Because it is sometimes necessary. Then, that assertive person is going to make sure they're going to rule over their experiences with authority. And every party involved is going to have to, be who they are and own up to what they do. And there's no sympathy. This pity shit we give to ourselves. We do it to ourselves too. Sometimes we want pity from others, and we pity ourselves. We pity our lives. We pity ourselves from what we've been through, and we don't realize that we have the power to change our reality if we just change our fucking perspective. But a lot of times that's not easy for people to do because they're so locked in on the weak will, So sympathy can easily be misconstrued, and people use sympathy to get others to agree with them or to side with them. I don't really like that energy, okay? Because I do operate with a lot of Scorpio energy in me, so I do not play those kind of games, and I do operate with a lot of Saturn energy and a lot of Pluto energy, so I would tear some shit down, destroy, and recreate a new situation because I don't want no pity, sympathy, or I don't allow that in my life. I want things to make sense. I realize this life is based on reality and is structure, and there's some things that we want we can't have, or it's some things we have to work extremely hard for. Either way it goes, we still have to maintain our integrity and operate on assertive principles. So I'll say all that to say, when it comes to that energy of sympathy or people that want sympathy from others, I always strongly discourage people to be so easy to just side with a person, or just so easy to allow a person's emotions or their feelings or what they're going through to have you be a captain save a hole, or to just be a captain to try to save them. Sometimes we have to put our foot down and allow people to see where they are wrong. You know what I mean? Because you're not giving in to their pity. So I say all that to say it's all about being strong. It's all about being wise. It's all about being smart. People that utilize sympathy as a weapon, they weaponize sympathy, are dangerous because they have ulterior motives, okay? They have backed up, clogged up emotional baggage draining them that, they disguise through the form of sympathy. Just the other day, I met a little 15-year-old boy. And he had two other little boys with him, and they was stranded. Mind you, I'm in California, and it's hot as hell where I'm at right now. It's 110 degrees, so it was 1 o'clock in the afternoon, sun beaming. We, the main leader was like, He came up to the car with this sympathy face, and I really don't usually go for it, but the condition of the weather and things, he asked me like, can you give me a ride? And I was like, yeah, I'll give you a ride, whatever. He was like, me and my brothers, like, we stuck out here and it's hot, like, please help us. He was looking all drained and hot and like, what is it, dehydrated. So I seen him up to other cars asking, and nobody was messing with it, because you really don't supposed to do that, right? Because these is little 15-year-old 14-year-old boys, they will rob you. I'm from the Bay Area, but I didn't get that vibe when I was looking in his eyes. I really seen desperation. I seen that he was tired. He was like, I live right across the freeway with the whoop. I'm like, all right, it's good. So when they got in the car, immediately their demeanors went from being desperate, like, okay, we just got from A to B, right? A to B to C to D. Young people, they live their life on that. But the sympathy in which they were in, I was able to measure out the environment, the circumstance, and also I was able to weigh out, my instinct, my gut feeling, is this a good decision? And of course, I knew, like, when I did pull up and drop them off, the little boy, a little lighter fell out of his pocket. I was like, you dropped your lighter? I was like, why you got that? He was like, because I smoke weed. He was just so aggressive, but I was like, all right, bye, get out my car. But I was just like, you see, because now if I would have been in my car, see, because I operate on structure, even though I did allow the sympathy car to, work. And then he knew it too, because he still got so comfortable in my car. The two little boys in the back was real nervous. They was like, what? Because they wasn't leaders like him, but he was just too comfortable. Like, oh, I'm so thirsty. You got some water? Like, I was going to pull over and buy them some water or something. No. Y'all, I didn't agree to none of them terms and conditions, like you using that sympathy so much. And I seen it in the little boy, like, oh, he utilizing this energy, and I see it's gonna get him. Because sometimes you gotta utilize and play that card in life. Remember, this is a game. So I feel it, but at the same time, I still put all my procedures, because I had a little hand wallet purse, so I had that clamped up, locked up away. Phone on my window side, so I could, I ain't just having it, because motherfuckers could bounce out with your shit, and you just gave them a favor. But if they wearing you out and seeing they peeping you like a dummy. And I peeped when I drove away, my sister was on the phone with me, and I had that link, like, yeah, I'm taking these little boys with you, won't. So it's all, they seen how I was moving, so they knew they couldn't try me. But if I would have just been a fool, they probably would have, using a sympathy card. So it's always hidden motivations. And I know this is a very minuscule, this isn't even no crazy experience. Like, I could really break down to you guys a situation where somebody used the energy of sympathy and had negative ulterior motives behind that. And so that's why I just say, we being spiritual people, we have to tap in tune with our intuition. And the way that we do that, and this is why a lot of real spiritual people become very solitude, loners. Not lonely, excuse me, just loners, meaning they're singular. They only operate by their self. They don't have many friends. They don't trust many people, because sympathy is so often used as a form of weapon to get what a person wants and to see. When a person see fool written across your face, they're going to use the sympathy card easy. You know what I'm saying? So just become more mindful of the energy of sympathy. Become mindful when to utilize it. It's a time and a place to utilize sympathy and to give that for others, especially when it's something that happened currently. Now, if somebody's asking you, they justifying their wrongdoing from something that happened 15 or 10 years ago, that's wrong. You have more than enough time. This day rolls around every year. It's no way, no reason in why you are not working on yourself. If that, you know what I'm saying? So I say all that to say people will use a day of something that hurt them as a reason to do things out of the ordinary or to act irrational. No, you be like, if the sympathy is needed, you know you can give that. But when you see a person taking advantage of that sympathy card, you have to be the type of person that's going to put your foot down. You know what I'm saying? Or cut a person off completely. Because when people see that you're a kind person, when you are kind from your heart, just know sympathy will always creep up in the form of a lesson or a blessing. Because my my kindness in my heart helped those little boys, because I knew it was hella hot. Like, they didn't even have no money to drink water, to buy no damn drinks from the store, but they had, you feel me, some weed and some and a lighter. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, like, you know, their priorities was in the wrong places. They was in a whole nother complex trying to look for new girls. I know what they was doing. We was all young once. But now they was stranded. It's hot as hell, 1 o'clock. The girls ain't messing with y'all. And y'all got to get way across town. And it's hot as hell. And I didn't have to do that. Maybe they collected some good karma. Or they just ran up on a kind person. But kindness sometimes could be seen as weakness. And people that utilize the energy of sympathy on you can weaponize that to take everything from you. So it's important to be strong in these streets, okay? I hope you're doing well wherever you are. Tell me what you think about this energy that I'm speaking on in the comments below. Peace.